Bitcoin seeing a nice little pump here to the upside, sitting right underneath that 9,500 level. Are we going to be able to get up past the 9,500, then maybe to 10K next? Or could this be the topping out pattern that we were looking for? And are we getting ready to maybe break through our major support lines? Stick around for the video. Hope to see y'all on the rest of this. And let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to take a look at the Bitcoin charts. If y'all are brand new to this channel, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that we make. We use the Market Cipher Indicator by CryptoFace on this channel alongside with the TI Sequential and Market God Indicator. So if y'all are a little bit more interested about those, y'all can find some of the links in the description box. I do have a link to CryptoFace's channel as well if y'all are interested in picking up this 3-package indicator. And so we're going to kind of look over the charts, see what we can tell what might be headed up for BTC in the near-term future. And let's go ahead and get started. We're on the 15-minute time frame. We can kind of see that the bulls have been in control quite a bit, even during our daily close here. Usually we like to see a sell-off after a nice pump, but now we can still see that the bears were sitting underneath the VWAP for a little bit, and then had another leg to the upside. So usually when this VWAP resets, sometimes we'll like to see the opposite thing happen. So we had the bulls in control here, then the VWAP reset, bears came in control for a little while, and now another substantial pump to the upside, indicating that the bulls are in control right now. Just from looking at this without zooming out too much, we can kind of tell that our money flow has been kind of rounding off just a tad bit. Currently putting in somewhat of a trigger wave as of right now with a green dot and a red dot here too on our 15-minute time frame. But as we start to zoom out, we'll get a broader perspective of what might be taking place to know in the near-term future. So let's go on into our 30-minute time frame here. Our 30-minute time frame also kind of telling us, let's see here, if we kind of zoom out just a tad bit, money flow is still kind of sitting pretty steady as of right now in that greenish area. As y'all can see, I'm going to go ahead and turn off our SR. And we can still see that we had our bullish cross here with our 2 EMAs as well, indicating a substantial nice little push. So now we're going to have to wait to see whether or not we come back down and consolidate a little bit more. Our blue wave is kind of topping out. You know, if our blue wave comes down below the 0 pivot point, then we could probably expect a little bit more of a sell-off. So, you know, we've been, me and the trading group have been in a short for a little while now, and we're still, you know, kind of getting an idea of where this wants to take us. And I do have something to reference too. If we start to zoom out even more, we can see that how much of a resemblance this actually was to our previous last sell-off too. And so we just need to be very cautious as of right now. If we do push back up, I mean, our next support, our next resistance is right at about 9,800. But still, that would be putting in a lower high as if we follow this trend line all the way down. But as y'all know, that if we do come up and retest some of these trend line structures, you know, the more we retest them, the easier it is for us to break through as well. So we could come back up and retest this, and that would give a very good opportunity for the bulls to actually push us up through this as well. So we need to also be kind of aware of that if we do get a nice substantial push to the upside, that probably this next touch here would more than likely, you know, due to technical analysis, indicate a very good way for us to kind of break through that. So that's for the bullish case scenario. And then as we start to zoom out, I want to also give the bearish case scenario too and see what might happen there. Our 45 minutes still pretty nicely in the green money flow as of right now. Let's move on into our hourly time frame, see what's happening here. Hourly time frame, money flow still in the green as of right now, putting in some lower highs from where we were at when we topped out at 10K with our green money flow. So we're gonna have to wait to see exactly how this wants to end up playing out. As we start to zoom in a little bit more, we can still see that we're getting some of these buy signals here, indicating the run up could have happened there as well. So you just need to do your proper risk management if you are playing off of some of these buy signals too as well. Let's move on into our 90-minute time frame, see what's happening here. 90-minute time frame, money flow is still looking really good, actually, to be honest. I'm actually surprised that we're having a nice move back to the upside. So I would say 9,500 is going to be our next level of resistance for us too. If we can break through 9,500, then I could definitely see us coming back up to retest this trend line structure as resistance at about that 9,800 level too. So we got to be really cautious here, y'all. And, especially if you didn't catch a, position at 10K, then, you're always in a chance of losing that position, right, or getting shaken out of that position. So you need to be very aware of this. And if let's say, I always encourage people to use very low leverage to start off with, 3 to 5x only, if that, maybe only 3x at sometimes, right? And I think that's a better way to start out than 100xing everything. And it just sucks to have someone tell you that they messed up in trading and stuff too. And hey man, we don't always get everything right, but at the same time, don't gamble with your whole bag. And I feel like that's not preached enough, but we're slowly getting there. So guys, I do have one more spot in position to fill for this tier level here. I've already had a few people message me saying that they want to wait until the beginning of the month so that way they don't have to double pay, which is totally fine. I'm going to leave it open, but literally it's going to be the first person that wants to sign up for it. So if you do get in before the end of the month, then you'll guarantee your spot at the 35% off special. But if you wait till the beginning of the month, then you won't have to pay back to back pretty much. So it's up to you, whatever y'all want to do. I'm leaving the one spot for the 35% off special open for anyone that may want to join. If y'all want to join us in there, feel free to. You can see all the rewards and perks that you'll get down here. I have about 12 to 15 different private videos in there as well. So feel free to look through all the private videos when you do join and when you become a Patreon member. And then also I'll give you access to the private Discord server, or the private category inside of our Discord server. And then you can get all my ins and outs of the market, my daily private analysis, and quite a few other things. Just a great community overall. So I'm super excited to have them in there. And that one spot will more than likely fill at the beginning of the month. But if you do sign up for it before the beginning of the month, then you'll guarantee your spot. So I'm just going to leave it open. If it fills, it fills. I may do another special later on, but it might be a while, to be honest. So then also I do have the YouTube membership page. If y'all do want to sign up for it, y'all can click the join button on the YouTube membership, and then I think I have a link in the description box as well. But basically in here, what I want to start doing is I want to start doing altcoin chart reviews and also chart reviews on stock markets, as well as some fiat currencies too. So all my other chart reviews that I do besides Bitcoin will be in the private membership on YouTube. It's a little bit cheaper than the Patreon page, but what I plan on doing is also providing those private analysis chart reviews for my Patreon members, and then also my YouTube membership people as well. So we just had a couple people sign up for it. I'm super excited to have them in there, and I'll probably end up putting out my first chart review pretty soon too as well here in the near term future. So keep an eye out for that for my members on YouTube only, and then obviously I'll post it to the Patreon page as well, so y'all will get that as also. And then also, guys, we're doing our next giveaway at 3,000 subs, a $100 giveaway in one of my favorite altcoins. I'm super excited about it. So the channel has been growing, and I'm super stoked. Thanks for everyone that's been liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing the videos. We're trying to hit that 3,000 subs by the end of June. So super excited about that, to do the $100 giveaway. Hopefully we can hit 3,000 subs way before the end of June. Maybe we'll aim for mid-June. That would be awesome. So go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. That's the only way you can get qualified to get the $100 giveaway. So you need to sign up for the newsletter. It's the third link in the description box. And once you sign up for that, then you'll automatically be entered for the giveaway too as well. And I know we've been getting a lot of newer people on this channel just because of the cryptocurrency space and what it can provide for the people in the future as well. So I'm super excited about mentioning a project here in the near-term future that I've been working on, but it's basically going to be for a lot of the new goers inside of the crypto space, and I've been, kind of working on it in the background. It's probably going to be a little while. I'm aiming towards mid-June or towards the end of June to release that product, but I'm super excited about it. So thanks for everyone that's been sticking around. And if you want to stay more up to date with my announcements, then feel free to check out the Telegram channel as well. I'll provide some chart reviews also for you in there for the public. And if y'all are interested, feel free to find the link in the description box and join that Telegram channel. Then also come in there and chat with the community. The Discord server is basically for the community. It's for all of my Takeover family basically in there. So if you're a Takeover family member, come in there, come join us. Just abide by the community rules and guidelines. When you click the link to join, you'll be brought to a welcome page. You need to read through all the rules and then click the little green checkbox at the bottom, and then you'll have access to the full Discord server. And then obviously the private trading group has their own private category, and in order to be signed up for that, you need to join us in the Patreon page. So, but come in there, chat with us, get to know the community a little bit more. We're all pretty helpful and friendly, and if you're not, then I got to boot you out of there. So, it is what it is. Let's go back into the charts real quick though. So we're looking at our 90-minute time frame. We can still kind of see that our blue wave's kind of topping out. Our money flow is still looking pretty good though. Let's zoom out, moving into our 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame, money flow still kind of moving into that greenish territory. As we start to zoom out, it still is indicating somewhat of a lower high here on our green money flow. So this could be one more last little substantial pump, and then maybe start to see some bearish downwards momentum. Let's move on into our 4-hour time frame, see what's happening here. And I want to make sure that I have my sequential on. Okay, sequential is on. We are getting somewhat of these bullish counts here. We had our extended bearish count to the 13 here, and that would have been a pretty good sign for us to kind of move to the other direction. But the fact that we were kind of just moving out sideways, and I was keeping an eye on our momentum waves as well. And even on our 4-hour here, we can still kind of see that money flow had been rounding off quite a bit for the most part from our topping out at that 10K area. So of course, with our money flow, it's a leading indicator. So it's more indicative of future price results, not previous or present price results too as well. So we can kind of see, once we start hitting these topping out patterns, it's going to be a lot of choppiness, a lot of sideways action. It's going to try and shake people out of the markets. And that's really what it is. When we hit these topping out patterns, it's just a sideways consolidation, correction, waves too as well. And really then deciding, all right, well, do I have enough liquidity to move the market in whatever direction? That's what I think Bitcoin's deciding right now too as well. Let's move on into our 6-hour, getting our buy signals here on our 6-hour. So we can be pretty aware of that for the most part, but also at the same time, it could be short-lived given our sideways consolidation that might happen here. Money flow completely rounding off here on our 6-hour. This is, this is in all, in all the time frames. I think our 6 hours pretty telling that like our money was coming out of the market here relatively quickly. So now we're gonna have to wait to see whether or not we get a nice little substantial move, green money flow here, and then maybe continue back lower, or if we want to put in a bigger wave. And then as we start to zoom out even more, we'll look at our 8-hour. 8-hour, we are getting our first sign of a buy signal there. So, 9,500 could be in the works. Maybe definitely coming up and testing that 9,500 area. It's a possibility, so we can't conclude it out. And we'll have to kind of work our way from there. And I've been kind of working with the trading group too as well, making sure that they're not fretting too much, and giving them just some key tips on how to work your position, and that's really what it is just managing your position wisely, right? Making sure that you can manage it wisely. And I always tell them, hey, reach out to me, message me if y'all have any questions or whatever. A lot of the people in the group are very helpful too as well. Sometimes there can be a little bit of noise, but it is all in good favor of us trying to be good people and good chart readers too as well. So looking at our 8-hour, we can definitely tell our leading indicator, our money flow is kind of moving out of the market. Let's move on into our 12-hour here. 12-hour Also, blue waves are kind of moving up. Money flow still rounding off. Money flow is moving sideways as of right now. But we can see if our blue wave starts to come up here just a tad bit, we'll maybe end up, seeing a little bit of higher numbers, maybe coming back up and retesting this trend line. Like I said, earlier in the charts, we could come back up and retest this 9,800 resistance level, but it would still be a lower high, and so that's what we really need to break this structure here. And so as we start to even zoom out a little bit more, we can see our last dump had a lot of this sideways correction. Then we dump, sideways correction a little bit. Okay, so that's what I'm kind of looking at, is we're looking at a sideways correction right now. And Bitcoin's going to have to make its move here in a little bit too as well. So looking to fulfill the end of this triangle, more than likely, given towards the end of the month. And once we get into early June, I would imagine we'll have a pretty big move by then. So make sure that you are on the right side of that move. And then the daily here, looking at the daily, we are getting a green dot. So indicating maybe a little bit of a sideways adjustment could occur too as well. Money flow is kind of moving to the upside, so we need to be aware of that moving forward from here too. Guys, if y'all are interested, I use the premium trading view plan, but also I tell you in the Patreon page how to get this for 50 to 60% off. So if you are wanting to upgrade, you can upgrade to the Pro or the Pro Plus plan if you'd like to. If you are using Market Cypher as your indicator, I would at least recommend having the Pro Plus plan. It allows you to have a few more indicators on the side of Market Cypher. As you can see, I have the Aldo EMAs and my buy and sell signals. Both of those are custom signals that I teach you how to set up inside of the Patreon page as well. So like I said, I have about 12 to 15 different private videos in there, and you can learn how I set up my charts a little bit as well, and kind of follow along with what I'm showing here. Let's move on into the 2-day, and then I won't keep y'all around too long. 2-day, still seeing a little bit of a sell-off, maybe indicating a green dot that could occur here, possibly giving us a little bit of a trigger wave to then maybe move us back down. That's kind of what I'm expecting, moving us into the rest of this consolidation wedge here. Still getting somewhat of a bearish count here on our 2-day. I did want to see what our 1-day, getting our first sign of a bearish count or a bullish count here, but we do have an aggressive 13 pointing to the downside. So we're gonna have to wait to see how that kind of plays out in the near term future. Let's look at our 3-day, and then we'll finish it off with our 4-day. It's first sign of a bearish count, 1, 2, still moving down on that blue money flow as well. And then let's see what our 4-day is giving us. 4-day, also that red dot there. First sign of a bull count, 1, so we might see another 2, and then maybe another red 1 after that too. So guys, thanks for tuning in, y'all. I don't want to keep y'all around too long today. It's going to be a short video, but like I said, there is one more spot available for that 35% off special in the Patreon trading group. If y'all want to join us in there, feel free to. And guys, don't forget to share this video, get us to that 3,000 subs, so we can do our $100 giveaway, and I'm super excited about that. So until the next video, I'll see y'all then. CTO signing out.